Hey everybody, welcome to the Top 10 Luxury Lifestyle channel. Today we're going to go over the Jack Ma billionaire lifestyle. Jack Ma is the co-founder and ex-executive chairman of one of the world's leading e-commerce conglomerates, the Alibaba Group. This Chinese billionaire businessman, philanthropist, and investor established China's first mainstream online marketplace, making it a multinational organization and the country's most substantial technology group in a market-driven global economy. He is no less than a celebrity across China and internationally. In 2017, the entrepreneur was named the second greatest leader in Fortune's World's Top 50 Greatest Leaders list, and Forbes included Ma in its list of Asia's 2019 Heroes of Philanthropy in 2019, acknowledging his efforts for supporting less privileged communities in China, Australia, the Middle East, and Africa. Jack Ma is regarded as an informal global ambassador of the Chinese economy. As of 2021, his net worth was over $51 billion, and he is currently the third richest person in China after Zhong Shanshan and Ma Huateng. Despite being the third wealthiest individual in China, Ma hasn't assumed a flamboyant lifestyle as other billionaires do. He says that he doesn't have enough time to spend the money he earns and doesn't believe that he is the country's richest man. "I never think I'm the richest man. I didn't even get a thing because I don't spend money. I don't have time to spend money." This is a shocker because his company, Alibaba, relies heavily on luxury brands. The company has launched an exclusive section of its Tmall platform called Luxury Pavilion, which offers high-end luxury brands and is only accessible to billionaire shoppers. Nevertheless, Jack Ma has given us the truest rags to riches story. He was born in October 1954 in Hangzhou. He belonged to a poor household in communist China. He failed his college entrance exam twice and was rejected by over a dozen jobs he applied to, including at KFC. His first two business ventures flopped, but he didn't lose heart, and his third venture, Alibaba, turned things around for him. He grew up in a family where resources and money were scarce and hardships were plentiful. So Jack Ma, aka Ma Yun, could become successful only through education without any money or connections. He was desperate to enter college, and after getting rejected twice, he studied hard and passed on the third attempt. He attended Hangzhou Teachers Institute and graduated in 1988. He couldn't wait long, so he started applying for jobs, but again faced rejection at every level. Eventually, he settled for working as an English teacher at a local university, earning a meager $12 per month. Slowly, he developed an interest in the World Wide Web. He had no understanding of computers or coding, but he was in awe of the internet. In 1995, Ma used it for the first time during a trip to the U.S. and was surprised to see Chinese beers turn up in the results when he searched for beer. That's the moment he decided to establish an internet company exclusively for Chinese products. After two failed ventures, in 1999, he got the idea of Alibaba. He gathered 17 of his most trusted friends in his flat and shared his vision for the online marketplace. He somehow convinced them to invest in this firm. The idea was to create a website that allowed exporters to upload product listings and let customers buy directly from them. They planned to allow small to medium-sized Chinese companies reach out to global buyers and increase their profitability. The site's initial capital was $60,000, which Ma managed to raise by 1999 with the help of his wife and a friend. By October 1999, Alibaba had raised $5 million from Goldman Sachs and around $20 million from Japanese telecom SoftBank. In 2002, when his financial position stabilized, Jack Ma joined the Chung Kong Graduate School of Business to complete his studies and graduated in 2006. He kept working on Alibaba.com's development while he studied. He decided to make it a business-to-business marketplace, as he now had greater clarity on how to run a business. By this stage, the site had already reached 1 million users. The biggest opportunity came in 2005 when Yahoo invested $1 billion in Alibaba to get a $40 stake. That was a huge moment for Jack Ma, who wanted to beat eBay in China. But it was a profitable deal for Yahoo too, since the company netted $10 billion when Alibaba went public. Ma pledged to improve Chinese e-commerce market and founded many other enterprises, including Alipay, Taobao, Lynx, and Alimama. Lynx has become one of the world's leading tech firms, raising over $20 billion in its New York Stock Exchange IPO. In 2013, Jack Ma stepped down as Alibaba's CEO, but remained its executive chairman. In September 2013, Alibaba went public, recording a brilliant $150 billion IPO, the largest ever offering for a U.S.-listed firm in the history of NYSE. That year, Jack Ma became the wealthiest man in China. Luxury life. Jack Ma's spending habits and money-related attitude don't represent or mirror those of the ultra-rich, but he has shelled out millions on real estate. He owns the most expensive home in Asia. This property is located in Hong Kong, 22 Barker Road. The Chinese internet mogul reportedly bought it for 1.5 billion Hong Kong dollars, breaking Asia's record of the most expensive house purchased by the square foot. The mansion was built in 1949 and later renovated by KLS Planner's architect, the late Carl Shu Ka-lung, in 2000. Ma Yun bought this house from former Hong Kong Stock Exchange CEO Francis Yuan-tin Fan and his wife, and Hang Seng Bank's chief executive Rose Lee Wai-mun. The Chinese billionaire paid a whopping 150,000 Hong Kong dollars per saleable square foot for this four-story property. It is the second highest amount paid for a residential property in the world after a home in Nice, France. The Yuans had renovated their home after purchasing it from the Belgian Consul General in 2000. They transformed it into a modern abode from a historical mansion. The building materials were imported from the world over, and furniture was custom-made. The entire property took 3 years to be renovated. Part of the house is a 20,000 square foot private garden featuring a large lawn and even a small forest. Reportedly, Xu applied traditional Chinese feng shui theories when designing this house's interior, which features a blend of Western and Eastern styles with satin sofas, folding screens, floor-to-ceiling rumpled curtains, and black and white checkered floors. Alibaba owner Jack Ma owns property in the Adirondacks, New York, too. He purchased the 28,100-acre property for $23 million. This sprawling upstate property, known as Brandon Park, boasts woodlands, trout streams, and a maple syrup operation. He bought it strictly for conservation purposes and plans to use it as a personal retreat occasionally. The property includes over 9 miles of the St. Regis River, lakes, ponds, streams, forests, and a log camp from the 1940s. There are 2 homes on the property, as well as a horse barn. The Adirondacks are a temperate forest with 3,000 lakes, 247 rare species, and 30,000 miles of streams and rivers. Personal life and philanthropy. Jack Ma has kept his family out of the spotlight for all these years. Ma is married to Zhang Ying. The two met each other in college and graduated together in the 1980s. She is a teacher by profession. When Ying was asked what made her marry Jack Ma, she said that, "He is not a handsome man, but I fell for him because he can do a lot of things handsome men cannot do." And we couldn't agree more. The couple has 2 kids, a son and a daughter. Their son is an undergraduate at UC Berkeley. Ma is not into a lavish lifestyle. He still drives a Rowe RX-5 SUV, which doesn't cost more than $15,000, but he has a heart of gold. Jack Ma is concerned about the environment and sits on the Nature Conservancy's Global Board of Directors. He's been instrumental in gathering funds for a 27,000-acre natural reserve in China. Jack Ma is quite active as a philanthropist. After Alibaba's IPO, he established a charitable trust in 2014, valued at around $3 billion. It's the largest endowment for a charitable trust in Asia. The trust focuses on healthcare, the environment, and education. He's on the Breakthrough Prize in Life Sciences board, along with Yuri Milner and Mark Zuckerberg. Moreover, since 2010, Alibaba Group has directed approximately 0.3% of its annual operating revenue to an environmental conservation foundation. In addition to this, Jack Ma is the founding member of the Sichuan Nature Foundation. It's a private, non-governmental Chinese organization established in 2011. The primary mission of this organization is to protect land not only in western Sichuan but throughout China. The company has also launched a clean water campaign in Zhejiang province, where Alibaba is based and Mr. Ma grew up. And Ma helped in the creation of the Laohegu Nature Reserve in Sichuan. It is the first ever nature reserve that's managed entirely by a non-government organization. Alibaba also owns the Evergrande Soccer Club, which the company bought for $192 million. Ma now has 50% ownership of the club. He owns a Gulfstream G550. Mr. Ma bought this world-class business jet in March 2013 for a whopping $49.7 million. He mainly uses it for business purposes and has leased it to Alibaba for free. The Gulfstream G550 is the world's first ultra-long-distance business jet with a direct range from New York to Tokyo. That had never happened in the history of human flight before this aircraft debuted. Interestingly, this aircraft can also adapt to difficult airport situations like narrow runways or high altitudes and can even fly continuously for over 12 hours. Not surprising that it's dubbed the topmost long-range business jet in the world. This plane can carry 19 passengers and has a range of 11,686 kilometers with a cruising speed of 904 kilometers per hour. Its max cruising altitude is 15,545 meters. But what really takes the cake is Mr. Ma's exuberant personality. How often do you see a billionaire dressing up as a punk rocker to perform in front of 20,000 employees? Well, that's Jack Ma for you. He's a natural entertainer and regularly hosts talent shows to amuse and entertain his team. This particular performance was to celebrate Alibaba's anniversary. We truly believe that Jack Ma is one of a kind. He started with nothing except good education and exceptional creative skills, and went on to become one of the world's wealthiest individuals alive. So what's your main takeaway from Jack Ma's life story? If you like this video, please hit like and share it with your friends. To learn more exclusive facts about your favorite personalities and luxury items, please subscribe to this channel. Until next time.